I think we are live. Hello, hello, everybody. Welcome to Saturday night's Messages of Love from Above, or if you're on the other side of the world, Sunday morning. Good to see everyone. Hope you're doing well and having a great weekend. And let me just move some stuff out of the way. Hello, hello. Hey, Sean G. Shout out to one of my YouTube channel members. Boom. Hello. All right. So before we get into this evening's session, let's bring in some beautiful energy. We'll start by um, coming back to this moment, coming out of the future, coming out of the past, coming out of the chaos of the world, coming back to right here, right now, where we have everything we need right here inside of our hearts, which is that beautiful, eternal, unconditional love of the higher realms, right? So we'll start off by taking a big deep breath. And I did this morning. Think of one thing that you're grateful for in this moment that helps raise our love vibration. Can think of more if you want, but as you take a big deep breath in and hold it for a moment, release it when you feel comfortable. Just think of something that you're grateful for. So we'll start there. So big deep breath. Beautiful. Then we'll bring in the wonderful singing bowl to help raise our love vibration. I'll hit it 3 times, and each time just imagine this beautiful flow of energy flowing into our hearts and our bodies, our physical bodies, our energetic bodies, our minds, and then raising our vibration, then flowing out to the world and helping the collective and anyone and anything that's ready for a higher vibration to be amplified, right? So here we go. Beautiful, beautiful. Thank you so much for joining me in doing that. Let's put her back here on her little shelf. All right. So hello, everybody. um, wow. So before we get started into everything, well, first of all, welcome back, everybody. All of my regulars, all my tribe, all my friends, my spiritual family. So glad to have you back. It's always a joy to feel your energy and the thirst you have from hearing from spirit. I just love it. And then if you're new to my channel and new to these readings, welcome. We got a great group of people, huge hearts, great senses of humor, things that are very helpful to have in this day and age, right? and There's always room for one more. So welcome, welcome, welcome. How the free readings work, I do go down in order. First come, first serve. For the free readings, the chat is it. You don't have to, there's no like special list or anything. You just put your question out. And then we pull cards for that. If you don't want to put your business out there, you can ask for a general reading. Spirit knows all. We'll pull for free readings, usually 1 to 2 cards. But if anyone makes a donation, I do honor that energy exchange and I step out of the free readings and dive deeper, meaning I pull more cards for those too. So if you want a deeper reading, a donation of any kind, we'll do that. And you can use the super chat at the bottom or in the description box of the video. I do have my Venmo, Cash App, PayPal, and Square. I don't have a set dollar amount because I know everyone's finances are different. Cost of living is different across the world, so I don't look at the amount. Whatever you give from your heart is the perfect amount. Blah, blah, blah. After that, after I do the donations, my YouTube channel members do get second priority after those for their free readings. You'll see their names in green. Hey, Lady A. Speaking of, welcome, welcome. So we already did a shout out to Sean G. So we got a couple. And if you're interested in becoming a YouTube channel member, not only do you get priority in these on Fridays and Saturdays, if I don't get to all the free readings, I don't come back on to finish them all off like I used to because I have to balance, not have to, but I'm choosing to balance life because when I got the plague in August, the spirit was like, boy, you better settle down. So on those I don't, but I do for donations and for my YouTube channel members, I do make sure all messages are completed that day. Sundays are different though, in that when you come in from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. within the free chat, if you put it on there, I do, once I go to spend time with my Praying Mantis members and eat, I come back on and finish them all. So if you try Friday night and Saturday morning and Saturday night and you don't get your free reading, definitely come back on Sunday. We'll make sure to get a message for you. But if you want to become a YouTube channel member, I do offer 2 levels: Zen Cricket at $2.99 a month and Praying Mantis at $7.99 a month. In addition to being prioritized in these sessions, Wednesday nights there's a 2-hour session for all my YouTube channel members. So you have 2 hours of unlimited readings. We do, um, regular readings. We do past life readings, oracle readings, animal guide readings, talk to people from the other side, collectives, hear from collectives, all sorts of fun stuff. And then on Thursdays, my Praying Mantis members get an additional 2 hours session. And then also on Friday and Saturday nights after these sessions, we have an hour. And on Sunday, we have an hour. So if you're interested, there's a little link down yonder, down below. All right. I think, the other thing I wanted to mention is I do get 10 free Zen Cricket um, memberships each month. YouTube gives them to me to give away. And here is a link to a video that talks about making sure you have your YouTube channel membership gift acceptance setting or whatever they call it set to on. Otherwise, it doesn't include you. And I just push a button, and Spirit and YouTube are the ones who choose, right? And I do that the first Saturday or Sunday after the first of the month. So this is it. Can you believe it's October 26th? So next Saturday is when I'll be doing it, 5 in the morning and 5 in my evening session. All right. All right. That's the blah, blah, blah. I promise. All right. So let's get into it. I'm going to be using this beautiful Storyteller's Tarot this evening. It's one of my new favorite decks. And we do have a donation. So we will start with Usha Sancher. Hopefully I'm saying that correct. Let's give that some love and a like here. Boom. All right. And you would like to know, is your soulmate coming through soon? Or have you already met him? All right. So are you going to be meeting them? Or do you already know them? All right. That's a good question. Let's see here. Are they someone that you know? Let's see what else they have here for you too. Um, what kind of this? Want these two, this one and this one. Come on, stop being stubborn. All right, takes one to know one, right? They'll start being stubborn when I stop being stubborn. Wow, how rude. Okay, so we'll get these other cards here. But the message is, do you know them already? So you have the sun, which this with this kind of energy coming in, the sun card is Leo energy. It is um I'm feeling here, especially with the bottom of the deck here. Let me just show you this too. Oh, you got two sevens. So you got 7 and 7. I like that. But the first one was the 7 of Pentacles, which is the last thing that grows on the fruit tree is the fruit. And um, the 7 of Hearts is a lot of emotional choice that comes forward between now and then. So I feel like this is a phoenix, this is like a phoenix rising in the sun here. And I do feel like this is newness, just a lot of new. So I don't feel like you know them yet. I feel like there's this transformation that you're going through with your emotional awareness and raising your love and emotion vibration that draws in someone new that's of a higher vibration. I feel like it's not you don't know them yet because otherwise they'd be lower vibration, and I don't feel that counterpart that's growing to match your energy. So it's someone new that's coming in. Let's see what else they want you to know here. Yeah, you got the 5 of coins, the 5 of pentacles, and the 6 of swords, which is movement and transformation coming into. So there is some, part of this 7 of coins growth that you're going through, and the 7 of hearts has to do with different mindsets around lack and um, around, feeling abandoned, feeling left behind, that challenge we have that comes in. Now, the bottom of the deck, we have, here with this 6 of coins that comes in, which has to do, the 6 of pentacles has to do with an out of balance giving and receiving. If you haven't seen this before, I talk about it a lot in here. So if you've already seen it before, my apologies. But I have an episode of a podcast I was doing called Take 10 with Zen, and this is the link to it. It's free. But that will give you a tool to help if it resonates with you, to balance out this giving and receiving rate of exchange that we learned when we were young, usually 7 years old and younger, where we feel we have to give so much to deserve so little. And it could be in our subconscious. Consciously, we can be like, I deserve everything in the world. Subconsciously, our inner child, you do not deserve that, pouting and has these force fields up, keeping things away. But the 6 of Pentacles, and with part of the transformation that happens here is this release where you won't feel like you're getting in codependent relationships. And this is something that I learned very well. It's one of the patterns I repeated over 5 relationships. So I know it really good. I didn't want to just, a short lesson. I wanted a deep, repetitive lesson that would come in with all that. Right. And what do we learn is that when we have that out of balance giving and receiving, we will give and give and give and give till we're exhausted, and then we'll continue to give and give and give until we are resentful, and we won't be open energetically to receive from the other people in, like especially in a relationship. And so if we won't let them give to us, then they'll become workaholics and give all their energy into work or working out or a hobby or friends or, you guessed it, affairs. And so um they'll find someone to give it to if we won't. And so it's really important for us to have that one-to-one rate of exchange, which that video can help with that. So if that resonates for anyone, check it. All right, let's see what else we have here for you, Usha. Yeah, so you do have this Yeah, transformation. Some of these are so funny. Because you have the Queen of Swords. I like the way they have it here. But she's a balancer between head and heart, and the Vice, which is the Devil card, Capricorn, Saturn energy. Both of these represent, a wonderful transformation, a wonderful, chop, chop, chop away of old thoughts and beliefs and mindsets that don't serve you anymore. Ones like we were talking about that you have to do so much to get so little and receive so little, and a lot of transformation around beliefs around relationship, like the supposed to be, the should be, the need to be, the have to be, the must be, everything. All these opinions were filled up with about who they're supposed to be, how the relationship is supposed to be, how I'm supposed to be, how it's supposed to unfold. Clarity and cutting away a lot of that with the Ace of Swords that this Queen offers, and it does help cut away these limitations and blocks that could keep you from love coming in. And then you have the Page of Wands. The Page of Scepters is what they call it here, but that is new passion, new desire, new, new. I want to say like new information, new messages of passion that come into you. And so once we're able to get those force fields down, that's what sparks this, energy to be able to come in to you here. So, you have the Knight of Hearts on the bottom too. We always like that. That's movement of love, the love coming forward. So as far as timing and when, it really depends on um how much we open up to that. Because the forest field, even if they show up, they can't get to us because our inner child's going, no, we don't deserve you yet. Hang out there for a while. Take a number. We'll call you when we're ready. But if we're working on raising our love vibration now and, you know, uh, balancing out that giving and receiving, that does help that come in. So I like that. All right, and let's give you your fortune cookie too with the Akashic Truth Oracle. Let's see what they have coming in here. All right. So, what else do they want you to know? Yeah, we have compassion. Beautiful. And it says you're being asked to be kinder to yourself. Yeah, give yourself a break. Instead of being a taskmaster, a bully, and a horrible friend to yourself, be a loving comforter who always has your back. I like that. So, all those big high expectations you have on yourself, all of those supposed to be's and should be's, we beat ourselves up so much and going, "Oh, I'm not worthy. I'm not where I need to be. And why would anybody want me?" All these whispers, right? Well, when we turn inward and upward, we do find the pricelessness of who we are, and then we can celebrate that and go, "Yeah, you know what? I deserve more than what I've chosen before and what I've drawn to me." So I really like that. All right. So that's what they have for you, Isha. Thank you again for your donation. I really appreciate that. And then you do have another one. Lady A, thank you so much for your donation. Let's give that a love and a like there. Thank you for that. And your question in the comments is current feelings of are can we work on healing the past to reconcile? All right. Of course, we always can. Are they willing? I know you're willing, but let's take a look here. So, first of all, current feelings of R. Let's see what's going on in their world with feelings. Okay. And then the possibilities of reconciliation. Okay. One card. We'll see what comes out. But let's take a look here. I feel like they have some clarity that comes in for these. And this one too. Okay. That one too. All right. All right. So let's take a look here at their emotions first. What's going on inside of them? Yeah, they have a lot of inner conflict, right? I mean, you probably already know that. But we've got the Lover's card here. Lover's card here. And with these two, these are the conflict they have regarding important relationships, lover relationships, right? Because we have the 5 of Wands, Scorpio energy, this particular deck, and this drama, conflicting energy between the head and the heart, and they have the 7 of Spikes. So this is, the thievery, deceptive, secret energy, lying energy, deceptive energy. This could mean, I mean, obviously you would know, um, if there was any kind of, cheating or, um, breaking of vows and promises and things like that. So they've got a lot of conflict that goes on in here and has this, trouble. So they are, the spikes is the mind. So they've got a lot of mental chatter, a lot of mental conflict around this, as well as energy, feeling very dramatic. And energy is just, going back and forth between the head and the heart, the head and the heart. You know, um, the heart wants always love. The heart just wants love. It's the mind that goes, "You keep getting hurt and crying, I am going to keep you on a leash. I'm not going to let you do this." And so I feel their heart, this is the battling between head and heart coming in here. Let's see here, is reconciliation possible? Yeah, we got to get past the fears. There's a lot of fears, and maybe for both of you. I mean, obviously you would know your own, but they might have a bunch here too with the 9 of swords. It's all of this nightmare and insomnia energy, all of these expectations of supposed to be, should be, need to be, have to be, must be. And there is this, it's like leftover stuff too. Not even, I mean, out much early before they even met you, like what they witnessed growing up. There's these concepts and beliefs that are really deeply rooted that they would have to overcome because they're just going to keep coming up. And this is why, like I said, there is a possibility if they will put in the work, if they'll, I almost feel like they would need to go to counseling. I don't know how extreme their childhood was, but it feels extreme. Like there's a lot of instability in relationships and having people around, and it's like, mom or dad having a lot of partners that they get close to and they get pulled away, get close to and they'd pull away, get close to. They would witness people cheating on one another and go, who was that guy over here earlier today, or who was that woman here the other day? And the parents like, and it's like, uh-oh. you know but I feel like there's this kind of lot of history that's going on there that needs to be transformed in order for them to reconcile. Let's see what this clarity is. There's like these cards like this, which I feel like there's these steps that would need to be taken. And let's see what comes in here. Yeah, the 4 of coins, really a stability of home in the outside world. Um, and the 4 of coins does bring us a message that in order to have stability in our relationships, we have to have stability within us. And unfortunately, well, on purpose, we're taught here in as humans that, um, to look for our worth, the definition of who we are out here in the outside world, in relationships, situations like jobs, education, stuff, and things. So, 3 buckets of what we're told to define ourselves by. The only problem with that is that all of those are unstable. Obviously, people change, they pass away, they walk away. So relationships are unstable. With humans, they're not forever. Eventually, they do end. So when we define ourselves by that, we feel unstable. Situations will never stay the same. Unstable. Things break down, deteriorate, blow up, burn down, stolen, all that unstable. So it's like everything that we're taught growing up to define ourselves by is unstable, so that's why we feel unstable in our worth. So the 4 of coins, like when the first steps is realizing that the world on the outside is unstable and it's all pointing me back inward. And once I turn inward and upward, I'm like, ah, there's the only stable thing that I can find in this realm, which is the eternal, unconditional love of the higher realms, that of which we're made. That is from where we come from. And then when we realize that, that's very stable, right? Eternal, never ending, that's pretty stable. Unconditional, no conditions to earn it, nothing you can do to lose it, pretty stable, right? And when we define ourselves by that, then we have this fullness. Then we stop needing the outside world and we stop looking to it for validation and defining us. And then we take it as it is, and it's beautiful. It doesn't fall short anymore. We're full and overflowing. What the world gives us is above and beyond extra. So it transforms our world. But when we continue to look for people on the outside to define us, it's all going to be unstable and fall short. So that's a beautiful step to realize no one can give me what I need. I can only give myself that. And then I can be grateful and have gratitude for what people can give me because they can't give me what I need, but they can give me what they're able to. And I can be happy with that. But until I find it on the inside, anything people give me is going to fall short. And I'm like, that's it. you know, the other step, oh, yeah, 9 of hearts, finding our self-love. And this is, emotional dreams come true too, and that's where it starts, really. Again, our emotions, once we turn inward and upward, find that beautiful self-love rooted in higher love, the eternal, unconditional love, then I'm full and overflowing, and I do feel like my emotional dreams come true because 'cause I'm great all by myself if I really wanted to be, but that doesn't mean I stop wanting love from the outside. It's just that stops being something that's empty and temporary and doesn't fill me up for very long. It becomes above and beyond extra. Again, wonderfulness. Yeah, and then the king of coins. So this is the fullness of life, this is what changes when we realize that the world does become a feeling of abundance instead of a lot of expectations that don't get met and falling short and lack, right? There's a beautiful transformation that comes in here. Yeah. And so for now, it seems that reconciliation doesn't feel, after all that, you're like, are they capable of doing that? And you're like, no. If we're really going to be honest with ourselves, right? You have a great capacity to do your shadow work, your self love, do that. But, you know, them, I just don't feel they have the capacity to do it quickly, to where I feel like your patience would wear out fast. You're like, "Oh god." And I don't feel like they would go to counseling. I just don't feel like that's where they're at. But that's why you have the hermit card of being drawn to you and the 3 of pentacles, which is about being true to your authentic self and, coming back to that place. And I like that, you know. And, you do have, um, 10 of Pentacles energy on the bottom, which does talk about relationships, but I feel like that would be in the future, and I don't feel like it's with this one, um, which is okay. We never, downgrade in life. It's always an upgrade. We don't move from first class backwards. We're always upgraded from that, the seat on an airplane that's way in back by the bathrooms where the chair doesn't even go back. It's like it's up against a wall. It moves this much backwards. Oh, yay. We move from that to first class. And so the individual that it'll be someone more cohesive and more compatible for where you are evolving. It's like, a caterpillar, 2 caterpillars and 1 you going into cocoon and transforming, and then the other person's not willing to go into the cocoon. And you're like, well, I can't carry you. Um, you know, you never see a butterfly carrying around. Well, actually, I have a little emoji that I created, um, for my channel members. Here it is. And it's like, you never quite feel, you never see a butterfly carrying a big caterpillar because they don't. They don't even carry around their cocoons. They're like, "I'm done. I'm gonna go fly. I'm different. I wanna go do different things," right? Yeah, and this makes sense here, along with that hermit card. Your, fortune cookie is Soul's Whisper, which says, "Your soul is whispering its deepest desires and truths to you. In the quiet moments, listen closely. It's guiding you towards your authentic path." So that was like the Three of Pentacles, the authentic you, right? So that's what they have for you, Lady A. So hang in there. I know it's difficult. Our heart attaches and it wants, and it's okay for it to mourn the loss, but it's like, someone like a it's like almost like a little child that it gets upset that we're not going to go to the toy store, but you're like, but we're going to Disneyland. What? Okay, then it gets happy knowing that there's a, Disney World even, that's coming your way down the road. So it's definitely worth the wait and the transformation and looking at those things. So all right, that's what they have for you. So hang in there, my dear. Thank you again for your donation. All right, so that's it for the donation. So we're gonna jump to, I think I just have one. Best crew on YouTube. Sean, you're so funny. I love it. But I agree. Boom. Um, yeah, so Shanji. Whoop, all right. So actually I'll jump to Livy. Almost Shanji, we're that close. So I'll be back to you for your free reading after I'm done here. But Olivia, thank you for your donation. Let's give that a love and a like. Did you ever see Get Smart? You missed it by that much. All right. So a love reading. You're currently single. Please be nosy. Yeah, I get it, Lydia. It's like it would be great to, have the you know, the force them into cocoon, become a butterfly, dang it, But when you're changing, butterflies can fly and migrate 1,000 miles, and a caterpillar is like, I can never keep up. And a caterpillar desires to eat leaves, but a butterfly wants flowers, nectar. And so it's different paths. And if they're not willing, you can't force them. I'm going to make a cocoon for you and you're going to change whether you want it or not. But it's like, no, that's not the way it works. But when we realize that what I've learned and experienced through past relationships prepares you for your next one, and like, it's never like, oh, downgrade and getting a situation where you have even more of that. It's like, um, you have appreciation for this new person because they just naturally have. It's like they naturally fly. It's a butterfly. You're meeting a butterfly. You're not meeting another caterpillar. So hang in there. Sophia, no. You're too funny. All right. So, Olivia, good to see you too. So, love reading. Let's take a look here. So, currently single. What does Spirit want you to know about love? Love, love. Okay, that one and that one. I do want that one. I do want that one. That one. That one. All right. What do we got going on here? All right. I got 1 and 2 and 3. Oh, so something's progressing. You got 1 card, then 2 cards, then 3 cards. Bottom of the deck, you got the 5 of hearts. This normally doesn't mean this, but because this is the Trojan horse, getting this feeling that there's someone that cares about you that you don't realize that they do, that's like really well hidden. Um, and I feel like it's going to come out of nowhere. Now, I feel like you, with this Queen of Hearts on the bottom, the Queen of Cups, I feel like you might have an inkling, like you got this gut instinct, and maybe you don't even know who it is, but it's like the magicians of the Trojan, whoever the Trojans were battling, I forget who it was. But it's like they're like, something's up, you know, and they're like, yeah, they left this statue as a tribute, and then they went away, but I just feel like something, I don't know, my spidey sense is going off. Well, I feel like this is like something that's coming in here regarding love, that there's someone who cares and has feelings, but they're really good about stealth, about like, no, there's nothing there. Um, I don't feel like they would say there's nothing there. They're just um, very well at masking emotion. Let's see what else comes in here. That's interesting. Yeah, you have the 10 of coins. So 10 of pentacles is the relationship card. It's one of my relationship cards because there's usually two people together with a child and an ancestor and the dog and the castle and the money, all the pentacles. So it is about fullness of life and relationship. So I do feel like this is saying that there is a relationship in your life headed your way. It's progressing. And I feel like that's the first step, is going, all right, I do deserve a relationship and one is coming. And I like that. Let's see what this next two are here. All right. So you got the Queen of Spikes, the Queen of Swords, and the Emperor coming in here. Now, the Queen of Spikes is one of my cards of a very compatible person, someone who fits together like a glove, right? Yeah, you're trying to think of who it might be. That's the whole thing, is like, you're like, I have a feeling someone likes me, but who is it? I'm not sure who it is. That's how good it is. Um, and it doesn't necessarily mean this is the person either. We'll look at here with these three cards. I feel like the answer for that is in here. But they want you to know that if you're picking up, like, someone has a crush on me, someone is interested in me. I feel like someone's not like someone's watching me like a stalker, but I feel like someone's like looking toward me, and then you look and no one's looking at you. You look away and they look back at you. It's that kind of thing. But they just want you to know that it is true that someone does have feelings for you. But they may not voice it. But this one, this Queen of Spikes, this is someone very compatible, someone who is can communicate their emotions, is intelligent, and has emotion, because queens have, they all rule over their own suit, but they get a second portion of cups. So there's always emotion with queens. Um, and it's a great balance between head and heart. So I like that. It's like King of Cups is like the reversal of that, and I like that. And the Emperor here is Aries energy, and I feel like this is who they're saying this is. It's someone, but it's a high vibrational Aries energy, because every sign has like a lower expression, higher expression. Lower expression of an Aries is, you know, unbridled passion and energy, and leap before you look and do all this kind of stuff, right? Emperor's daddy. Um, but there's this, so I feel like very strong Aries energy, but it's more the leadership, it's more the inspiration, it's the um explorer, it's the not afraid to learn something new, go somewhere new. Very vibrant energy. And I kind of feel like that is who this compatible person is. Someone who likes to travel, someone who looks at life with possibilities, someone who's open minded, open hearted, but a lot of energy. They go, 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 go. So I like that. Let's see what these other three cards are here. Yeah, I feel like that undercover secret one isn't them. I'm just not getting that here, because you've got the Knight of Coins, which is about, things are slow for a reason. It's giving you an opportunity to really look at any beliefs around lack or abandonment or falling short. I posted a little bit ago the Six of Pentacles um, little video. It says episode 5, Six of Pentacles. And just in case I can post it again, just for ease of use here. I think it's still in my it's still in my uh clipboard. So there you go. But this is about, it's given you time to and them time to get into this one-to-one rate of giving and receiving instead of 1 to 1,000 where they feel or you feel you have to give 1,000 to get one back. It's codependent relationships. It's this feelings of lack and stuff that comes in. And I like this for you. And you have the Four of Swords too, which is coming in here, um, which is peace of mind and clarity. Again, with this Queen of Spikes too. She gives you the ability to cut away old beliefs, old ways of thinking, and bring in a balanced place here. Yeah, two individuals. One is I don't feel like they're going to really speak up a whole lot, or and they're going to do it too late. But I feel like they wanted you to know that there's a someone stealth. So when you pick this up, that you have a secret admirer or someone's. What am I picking up? That's someone who has a crush, but I feel like they're by the time they speak up, you've already met this new person, this Aries, powerful Aries, higher vibrational energy that comes in here. But I feel like the Six of Pentacles is an important step. I feel like you're both kind of working through that, this feeling, I feel like you guys both have been over givers in your lives where you felt you had to give so much to deserve so little that that is usually formulated when we're 7 years old and younger. And because it's usually parents or whoever's an authority or someone important to us where we're giving and we get a little bit back because they're so busy with life that as a child we think, oh, I guess that seems fair. And but then it rolls over. Like, I know for me, I experienced that, and like I'd overdo things in school, and then I'd overdo things with family. And then when I was old enough, I'd overdo things in work. And then when relationships, I'd overgive in relationships. And no, I don't deserve. Let me just give, which ends up being kind of codependent relationships, which don't turn out too well. We end up exhausted and irritated and resentful, and the other people end up giving to other people, right? So I like that for you. So the step by step coming in here in your fortune cookie, yeah, I like this. You even had the Three of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck, which I didn't mention, but now that I see authenticity here, that is about you're learning to be true to your authentic self. Be your divine self at all times. You weren't designed to fit in. So break away from expectations and fully express yourself in your own unique way, and you'll be a magnet for success and for love too. And that really tells me that, part of what you're learning to do is go live your passion. Don't make finding love your hobby or your passion. What is it that it's has creativity attached to it. So what kind of hobby or way of expressing your creativity do you love to do? And go do that. Because the more you do that, with this Knight of Pentacles, you're slowly raising your love vibration. They're slowly raising their love vibration. At some point, you're going to bump into each other and be attracted. But I feel like it's in doing things that you love and a passionate way of that you're expressing yourself, that it's like that's where you guys meet because they're expressing their passion, doing what they love. You're expressing what you're doing what you love, and that thing just happens to be the same thing that you both love, and it's a commonality, and that's kind of like that fitting like a glove kind of thing. It's like you love that too. No way, psh, psh, like that. The crush you do know, the new person you do not. Yeah. So, when has to do with, um, how fast you raise your love vibration and you look at your 6 of Pentacles, you know, because this force field will keep anyone away until you bring that 1 to 1,000 down to 1 to 1. Um, because while we have, our inner child and our subconscious who's in charge of these force fields, if it thinks we have to give 1,000 love coins, it's like, nope, you're up to 777. You still have more to go before you deserve the one. And it's like, what? So the more you look at, and if you watch that video, it'll give you like a tool to really look and sit in that and see who is it that, or who are they? It could be more than one when you were younger, about letting that go, right? And letting, forgiving and releasing and seeing where they were coming from and realize it's not about you, and you can bring that down from 1,000 to 1 to 1 to 1. So it's all dependent upon that. Um, that's what that Knight of Pentacles is about, is um, things slow down, and as you raise your love vibration, it speeds things up and it can draw it to us. But if we keep going where we're at, it's going to be a while. If we don't do any work on that, it's going to take a long time to get to 1,000 love coins, and then they come in, and then it resets, and then, like a vampire being uninvited from a home, they get booted out. So hopefully that helps. All right, so that's what they have for you, Olivia. So hopefully that helps. Many blessings to you. All right. So I think that is for the donations. And then so Sean G. Sophia, I do go down in order, first come, first serve. If you want to be prioritized, a donation of any kind will bring you to the front of the line. Otherwise, I'll be next. I go to my YouTube channel members, and then after that, I start at the very top of the free readings and work down, first come, first serve. All right. All right, very good. So, Sean G, you are up next here for your free reading. Hey, Moonlight, welcome, welcome. So, message from Spirit about your current situation, Sean. All right, let's see what they have here. And these are free readings, so they're just 1 to 2 cards for the free readings, so they're a little faster too, so it won't take too long. You're welcome. Thank you, Olivia. You're sweet. All right. So, we've got the 8 of coins, which is like, the 8 of pentacles is putting in the blood, the sweat, the tears. And when we do that, things do progress. They do move forward, they do evolve. And it is this transformative type of flowy energy of the outside world. Now, the Ace of Cups coming in here does talk to me and speak to me of self-love in the moment, um, with the combination here. Um, and it is so true that, this whole journey of humanity is a journey of worth. It is a search for love, right? And every human feels it, we're born and we're all taught, look out here for what you're looking for, and we do. We go out there and we wander all around trying to find everything, looking for love in all the wrong places. But it also is, the wrong places aren't just humans. It's we're taught, look, in those 3 buckets of relationships, situations like jobs, education, whatever, and things, our bank accounts, our bodies, possessions. We're taught to define ourselves by all that on the outside world, and so we spend so much of our journey looking and searching, because we're like, we've been told it's out here, so it's got to be somewhere. Where am I not looking? What am I not seeing, right? And we search and we search and we search and we search. And eventually we become disappointed in what th- uh, we've been told the outside world is supposed to bring us. Sometimes, even when we get what we're told that we're supposed to, like a great relationship, a great job, money, great body, great possessions, everything else, and we're like, what's missing? In fact, there's millionaires and billionaires that will, you know, um, end their lives because they have everything and they just can't stand this empty feeling. Well, we turn inward and upward and we find the love that we're looking for with the Ace of Hearts, right? And so when we do this, it does turn us and allow us to see, oh, this is the journey. And all of this is a reflection pointing me back to me. And once I realize that, then this Eight of Pentacles, it just changes our whole perspective of the outside world instead of something that is falling short and we feel like we have to, give an arm and a leg for things. We realize life flows so much more easier in the outside world. I love that message. When we find what we're looking for in here, the attachment to outcomes, the attachment to the meaning of defining ourselves by the outside world totally changes. And we do see things from a different perspective that comes in here. And I love that um, transformative energy that's coming in here. So it's like, everything, love is the answer to every question. Unconditional, eternal love is the answer to every question of humanity. And once we see that, then we prioritize the search for the Ace of Cups that comes in here. So I like that for you. But that's what I feel is coming in right now for your situation. It's unconditional eternal love, inside upward is the answer to every question. Every question. And then once we find that, then we see it's like it's the, uh, if it's a cipher, is that what they call them, where they have like all these jumbled words, letters, and they're like, that doesn't make any sense to me. But once we get the little keyword, whatever, and it plugs in, and then we're like, then we're like, I see everything so much more clearly. So I feel like that's what's kind of happening. So close my drapes here. Oh, my blinds, not my drapes. There we go. So hopefully that helps, Sean. That's what they have for you right now. So many blessings. All right, and then I did have a couple more donations come in, so I'll pop down to those. Let me just shuffle these up here. Get a little fresh energy flowing. All right. So, Mariana, I'm not going to try to say your last name and murder that. So we'll just give that a love and a like, and thank you for your donation. You'd like a general for November. All right. So thank you for that. Let's take a look here and see, what does Spirit. Can't believe like November's next week already. Isn't Ivan Isevik? You see, blip, fail. All right, let's see what your November is, though. That I can do. All right, and then those there. All right. So it looks like November here, you do have a month of some important decisions. Oh, yeah, because you got the Two of Swords coming in, but you also have the Two of Hearts. Emotional choice, mental choices that are coming forward here in the month of November. So I like that you have both the mind and the heart, because usually when I just get the Two of Swords, that's close your mind and open your heart. But this is allowing both your head and your heart to have a seat at the table. Don't make decisions strictly from the mind. It's going to be overly logical. The heart's not going to be happy. And yeah, it seems all good and blah, 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 right? But the heart's like, boring, I'm not fulfilled. And if you make decisions strictly from the heart, uh-oh, it's going to be not well thought out, and it's like leaping before thinking kind of energy. So I like this. Allow both the heart and your mind to have a seat at the table and make the decisions together. Let's see what we have coming in here. Yeah. So you've got the Temperance card and the Nine of Cups, which is like dreams come true, emotional dreams come true, more specifically. But the Temperance card is patience, right? It is the let, trusting the timing of the dream, trusting that things, when you're taking steps towards your dreams, it happens organically, and usually, like, temperance is like alchemy. There's two cups, starts off with a base metal, and each time you pour it back and forth between the two cups, magic is having it slowly turn to gold, and it will turn to gold in the perfect timing, in the perfect way that comes in here. And so I feel like November, as you're taking steps towards the dream, whether the dream has to do with relationship, or what you're doing with your life, or dream a home, or dream, whatever it is, that it takes time, and to trust the timing, and just make moment to moment choices that do balance your head and your heart, and that'll help you get there. I like that November bunch of little choices. Not, I don't feel like they're like life changing huge choices. It's little choices every day that are steps towards it. Yeah, you have the Knight of Scepters, the Knight of Wands, and the Eight of Pentacles too. And I felt this here with a little bit with, the Temperance. It's like out of nowhere, suddenly you feel the abundance and things start to really turn. It's like, you know, been putting in the blood, the sweat, the tears with the Eight of Coins, Eight of Pentacles. You've been working on things and going back and forth with the cups. And you're like, all right, well, someday this is gonna, turn to gold and whatever. And I don't know. And all of a sudden, it turns to gold. And you're like, whoa, what just happened? And that's the kind of surprise that happens here. Because the Knight of Scepters, the Knight of Wands, is the fastest moving horse out of them all. And the Eight of Coins is about flow, but that temperance and that combination does tell me that, it will happen out of nowhere, and it won't take as long as it feels like it will, but there will be movement towards dream um, here very, very soon. Again, small decision, a lot of small decisions made every day of just take one more step. Okay, just one more step. Just one more step. Not, "Ugh, look, I got to do 1,000 steps. I'm exhausted just thinking about it." It's like, nope. What's the very next step? What's the very next step? Very next step. And before you know it, you look back and you've traveled 1,000 steps. You're like, wow, look at how far I've come. So I like that kind of energy that's coming in here. All right. Yeah. So you have the Nine of Scepters, the Nine of Swords, and you have the Four of Hearts. See, this is like letting your heart lead the way. And yeah, the Three of Swords. So on either side of, let me see if I can do this. We'll try to do it like this. So on either side of the bright path that the heart is guiding you are fears. You've got the Nine of Swords, which is nightmares and insomnia, and you've got the Three of Swords, which is expectations equal disappointment. So on either side of these, we've got this energy of you know, expectations equal disappointment. We've got these small t truths. The mind, no, 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 no. If the mind had its way, we would stand still and not move forward. But the heart's going, no, I know the way. Follow the heart, and the heart is what lightens your path in November. But it's really important to, even got the Magician on the bottom here. Um, you know, there's this um, initiation of power of where am I pointing my magic wand? What am I wanting to grow? And it's like, I'm just the very next step, the very next step. And it's instead of having all this energy just go all this way, it's like Um, if you try to do 10 things all at the same time, you do 10 things like, all 10 things go up one space. But if you focus in on one very next step, zip, it happens faster, if that makes sense. So I like that. So I feel like that's a big piece of that. I'm kind of feeling even had the Empress on the bottom of the deck, which represents new birth coming in, creativity, but that's the balance of divine masculine, divine feminine. Divine feminine, like the high priestess, is waiting and asking, waiting to receive. But divine masculine is boom, boom, let's move it. I'm doing what I can. And there's this beautiful balance between the two. I feel like just initiating for November, it's like I'm doing what I feel I can towards it, taking the steps. And the stuff that I don't know what to do with this, go, greater spirit team, help. Can you give me guidance on this? And then you open up to receive. So it's the action and being open to receiving that comes together for that beautiful balance between divine masculine, divine feminine that creates the creation. Let's see what your fortune cookie is here. Okay. And yeah, you got walk away. And it says, you're wasting your precious energy on something that will not bear fruit. It's time to turn your attention to things more aligned to your soul's purpose. I like that because some of those things that your mind has you working on are things you think you're supposed to. That's that energy waste, right? And they're like, you know what? Let's reevaluate where we're investing all of our energy. And I like that, like with that magician, bring it down to focusing on this, not all of these things, because some of those things you don't need to invest your time in. So I like the clarity that comes in. Again, let your heart lead the way. They know the way. All right. So that's what they have for you, Mariana. Hopefully that helps. That can be in love. That can be in, like, what is my dream job? What is my, whatever the dream is that's on your heart. You are very welcome. Thank you again for your donation. I appreciate that. All right. And then Moonlight, thank you for your sticker there. What is that? Is that it's a city. Neat. And for your donation, I appreciate that. You want to know what's ours feelings about your meeting today, his thoughts and feelings about you. All right. Let's take a look. I'm just going to get a quick sip here. Okay. So, what are ours feelings about your meeting today? Okay. Okay. And then his thoughts and feelings about you. Thoughts, and feelings. I feel like they just want those two. Okay. All right. So, first of all, their feelings about your meeting today. All right. You know, we got the Four of Swords, which is peace of mind and mental stability coming in here, clarity, mental clarity, and the Page of Hearts, which is, it did bring emotion, happy emotion. It feels like it was a good thing. It feels stable. It feels kind of sparky emotionally. So we like that. Bottom of the deck, you even have the Page of Spikes, Page of Swords, which is, again, clarity. So I feel like they're just really like, I don't know if they're getting to know you better and seeing different sides of you and their thoughts, their preconceived thoughts that they kind of just put on everybody. You're like, "Oh, that doesn't fit for you." And they're like, "Wow." And they're really seeing that these preconceived perceptions that there's just some clarity that's coming around things, if that makes sense. Let's see what else we have here. So his thoughts about you specifically right now. Yeah, see, we've got the changing of thoughts and beliefs with the thoughts. So that makes sense when we're talking about thoughts and feelings. So this is right in alignment with the meeting today. But the temperance is patience too. they're not fast to like move along emotional lines. Um, I just feel like they just really like to take their time and see how things kind of work out and not uh there's a little bit of fear of leaping forward and being embarrassed, you know. It's like if they're not sure if someone likes them and if they're like, I like you, and they're like, oh, I just like you as friends. They're like, ugh. You know, I think they've had stuff happen before. So they will make absolutely sure of things before they move forward. It's the kind of thinking that's going on here. They have all these little like indicators that have to be checked off first before they're like, okay, I think someone likes me, or I think, you know, there's this um, you know, trust that can be built there, if that makes sense. And then feelings, yeah, and we got Ace of Wands. So there is a spark of attraction that's there. You know, it's you know, that's not this is not emotion, the Ace of Wands. That's like energetic and physical attraction. It's that spark, right? And the Four of Hearts, it's not bad. You've got the Four of Spikes, you know, the Four of Swords and the Four of Cups in Standard Tarot, which is emotionally and mental stability coming in there. So it's good. It's, you know, it didn't go down. You know, they didn't become unstable emotionally in a bad way or mentally. It's a good solid foundation that comes in here. And so I feel like they're like, okay, let's see where this goes. But there is this, you know, with the Ace of Wands, there is this energy of um, desire seems like such a different word. Oh. Oh. Yeah, you know, yeah, I don't feel like he got it. He was just like kind of because yeah, it stayed where it was with those things, but it kind of sparked him there, and they're like, "Oh." And, you know, it's interesting because this energy makes sense now. Because if you have had enough of his games, I feel like when you met and you shared your emotion and, you know, how this and he got a rise out of you, that is part of his games, right? Because as soon as you said that, I was reminded of a friend of mine who she would text me a conversation she was having with someone that she wasn't wanting anything to do with. And she's like, he won't leave me alone. And she sent me the text and she's responding back to him and trying to explain where she's coming from and getting riled up. And I'm like, you're playing his game. Stop responding to him and block his number. And well, I'm afraid he's going to show up at work. And I'm like, then you know, you tell your boss you have this, you know, stalker, whatever person, and you know, tell you know, the big guys at work, you know, say, "I might need your help if he shows up," and then you call the police. You don't worry about them, you take your strength. So, you know, and then he's all about, see me," and in and out, and it's like so it feels like this game player, and it's like this energy of like, "All right, so now I have new, um I can get a rise out of you," and they enjoy having that power in a way. So I I think that's uh a good awareness for you to go, yeah, you know what? Yeah, see. So yeah, and your fortune cookie here, you have follow your passion, which says if there's something that excites and motivates you, it's a message from your Akashic record that it can lead you to your abundance. Don't silence it. So it's like, um, if you're hinting to this person and you're not just telling them, then I don't think they're gonna get it. I just think they're like, "All right, I got a rise out of you," and, this they have this attraction, obviously. They sent you messages afterwards, so that makes total sense that they were like, "Oh, wow," and you're like, "You didn't get it," you know? And so if you I feel like you have to spell it out if you wanted them to, or if you don't feel like it's worth it, then you just, say, "I don't think this is gonna work out." So, boom, right? But I feel like follow your passion is follow your heart where it's going and where you're being led. Um, but yeah, I feel like that's what's coming in here. That's funny. Yeah. So, but you met with them, so you're giving them attention, and I feel like that's important to know, If you give them attention and give them that, then you're giving them what they want, and it's like telling a stray cat to go away, but you're putting out food for them still. They're like, "Oh, they still want me around." "No, that was your last supper. Go away." So, all right. So hang in there, Moonlight. I feel like you just need to either tell them, or if you're like, "All right, that's it. I'm just going to stop responding," and just say, you don't even have to say anything. If they're not listening to what you're saying and you're saying it clearly, then you just got to stop feeding the stray cat. Don't give them any energy, any attention, any answers, whatever. And and then you get to free yourself. You get to block their number or just not respond to them, and they will leave you alone after you stop responding. Because if you don't feed the stray cat, they'll go to someone else who will feed them. And that's their problem, not yours. All right. So that's what they have for you, Moonlight. And actually, I think I did all the other. Let's see. Yeah, we did Sean. So actually, because you're one of my YouTube channel members, your free question we'll do here, and then if I don't have any other donations, or then I'll start at the free questions at the top. All right. So what's coming for you tomorrow? All right, let's take a look here. The free questions are just 1 to 2 cards, so like I said, they're a bit faster. So tomorrow, yeah, you have the Hanged Man, which is about like seeing things from a different perspective. And the Seven of Hearts is usually, I mean, it can be emotional confusion, but I just feel like there's so many different emotions, so many different feelings, and different almost, I don't want to say dreams, but there's tomorrow just feels like there's a bunch of different paths that you can go emotionally. And the Hanged Man is take a step back, look and see what you want to do, and only do what you want to do, but look at it from a higher place. And when you're choosing what you want to invest your emotional energy in tomorrow, I feel like you're going to have like a ton of options of what to do. And it's like, don't do anything out of obligation, do it from a place of higher wisdom. I don't know if that makes sense, but do it from a place of, um, like a high heart, from a place of what will bring me, abundance of heart. And now what will check off something off the list of obligation, instead going, what will give my heart needs some joy, and I need to go feed my heart. So what does my heart want to go do that will make it feel full, make it want to dance, make it want to sing? Go do that. um, and so I feel like that's their guidance for tomorrow. All right, so that's your free reading. Thank you again, Moonlight, for your donation. Appreciate you. All right, so I think that is all of the donations and all of my YouTube channel members. So zoom, zoom, zoom. We will go to the top here and start with morning. So, morning, you want a general for a career reading for next week. All right. All right. So, we're going to cut all those, and here we go. So, career reading for next week. Wow, you got the Wisdom King, the Hierophant coming in here. So, this is your higher self guiding you to try to see things from a capital T truth, see the truth, a higher truth in things. And, you know, in doing that, it brings a lot of clarity around why people do the things they do, and there's like this separation. Everything that they're doing is about what they're doing. Doesn't have to do with you. And I like this kind of pulling back inward and upward just to see, why am I reacting? And I normally don't get this, but it feels like just a pocket of wisdom and understanding this upcoming week. If you'll take a breath and step back as you're looking at things regarding career. There's also this is teacher student energy. So if you're wondering if you should, not, there's no shoulds, but our human always goes, should I? It's like there's different choices with different outcomes. And this is like, if you want to go back to school or get additional training or something regarding career, it's very well supported. And I feel like if you look into that next week, that you'll see um, like there's an opportunity to do that, right? So that's what's coming in for you, morning. Oh, how fun! Dinner with the daughter. All right. So that is what we have for you, morning. So many blessings. And then content, you want to know, is RK upset with you? All right. We've got the King of Spikes, the King of Swords, which this is very much an overthinker. Um, so I don't feel like they're upset. I feel like they're more likely to be overthinking things and over analyzing things than feeling upset and doing that. And I just feel like they're really in their head trying to figure out what, you know, is happening. And I feel like they kind of step away and go into overthinking mode and then come back to things. So I don't feel like upset. I feel like they're just curious about why something happened, and they're just overthinking, and that might be why they're offline because you see steam coming out of their or smoke coming out of their ears because there's this overthinking kind of energy that's there. So not upset, just perplexed, like what, confused, but not upset. Okay. So that is what they have for you. Content. So many blessings to you. And then Doll Face Diva, you are up next. And general for next week. All right. So you have the Ace of Hearts, the Ace of Cups coming in here. This is a card of happiness and joy and um, ignition of emotion coming in here. Clarity, not clarity, um, like messages. I want to say messages of love as much as I want to say information about love that's coming forward, and you're seeing life in a different way from a different aspect of it. You know, earlier there was a great message about that the answer to every question is eternal unconditional love that we find inward. And I kind of feel like that's the answer they're giving you for just like every question you have next week. The answer is unconditional love. It's like, why did people act that way? Well, every moment in our life is either of unconditional love or a cry for it, as well as everyone else. And so when we're looking at behavior of others or life unfolding, it's always pointing us inward and upward to unconditional love. And it's the the quest of the Holy Grail, right? And I feel like that's what's coming in there. for you, um, for next week. All right, so that's what they have for you. So many blessings to you. Oh, just got a donation that came through via the PayPal. All right. So, Alice, you will be the next free reading up here. Hey, Maria, welcome, welcome here for the days of your lives. So, thank you for your donation. And I'm going to switch over here to the Tarot of Light since I started using the other one for my free readings. So, let's see what we got coming in here for you. Thanks for your daily check-ins, sometimes your multiple check-ins. I do appreciate that. So, Walter's thoughts and feelings towards you tonight. So here's thoughts, all right, and feelings. And then what would Spirit want you to know about your connection for Walter? Okay. And then why does Walter ask you about guys who like you or flirt with you? Weirdo. I'm just kidding. Oh, you wonder if he's jealous. Well, we'll take a look here. All right. So his thoughts for you. Yeah, we've got interesting. So we've got both the Chariot with the path and the Hermit card with meditation that comes in here. And this is their thoughts. You know, it's retreat, move forward, retreat, move forward, retreat, move forward. That's what the Chariot is, movement and forward motion and let's go, that's power of choice, right? But then there's the retreat. And I kind of feel like there's this ebb and flow energy with them right now. They want to go forward, but they just also want to kind of go back. He wants to go forward and he wants to go back, with that. So there's this energy of that wanting to move forward, but also wanting to hold back energy. Um, and what are his feelings for you? Wow, all these three major arcana. You got the high priestess here. So she's very, a lot of emotion, uh, a lot of hidden emotion that wants to be revealed and be seen, but they are kind of, and we talked about earlier today, just about the holding back and that there's even some emotion that they don't see that wants to come forward. But it's very emotional energy, a lot of emotion, a sea of emotion below the surface that wants to be revealed. But again, that forward and back and that forward and back, right? um, what does Spirit wants you to know? Yeah, good emotions. Yeah, like loving emotions. Um, yeah, I don't feel like there's anything that's come up between the two of you that has brought them any like angst, anything that you've done that like um so we'll find out about that jealousy though in the other question there, but that's not directed at you necessarily, and we'll see about that here. um yeah, and then what would Spirit want you to know about the connection here? Yeah, not nine of trees, nine of pentacles. I thought you were gonna get, I'm like, watch it be a patience card, but this is refinement. They're like, what Spirit would want you to know is it's important for you to have, like with the Hermit card, the nines, have your alone time, have your separation, have your time alone with Spirit. It's like you need to have your hermit time. Don't overextend and go in, and they're like, it's important for you to maintain your life. And I don't know necessarily if you I feel like you used to really just give up your life and mesh yours to them, and the other person's life would become your life. I feel like, because that's what you felt like you were taught to do. I feel like over time you've learned not to do that. And they're just kind of reminding you that you remember how it was to shrink and to try to fit into someone else's life and make their life your life, and you start acting and like everything that they like, I am gonna start to like, "Oh, I love video games now," and you're like, "God, I hate video games, but I'm gonna make that part of my life," and it's like, "Nope, this is about you staying true to you and keeping that, uh, that part of yourself sacred." So I like that. Um, so, asking why does Walter ask you about guys who like you or flirt with you? They've got the 9 of hearts and the 10 of hearts. This is emotional, dreams come true and cups overflowing here. Um, I I I don't feel like jealousy with that. I feel like it's like their way of checking to see, do you feel the same way about them as they feel about you? And they're just making sure that you're not putting yourself on hold while while he's getting his life put together again. And I just feel like this, you know, um, I don't want to say it's not like validation. It's not any of those insecurity type of things. It's just more like, um, they've had other people in the past, that have, you know, been uh caring and feeling about for more than one person, and they were a option instead of a choice. And I feel like they're not like making sure that I'm not just an option, but they're wanting to. I feel like they're asking more for your benefit because they're like, "Are you?" Um, yeah, obviously, but I feel like they just want to make sure you're not putting your life on hold. Um, if you have, you know, others that you're interested in, and because they know that they're asking a lot of, with everything's taking so long with them getting out of where they're at, and, that kind of thing coming into. So let's see what else they have here for your fortune cookie. Okay. Yeah. Stand your ground. There's something you want to fight for, yet you're choosing to hide instead. Create a boundary and speak up for what you believe in. So I like that kind of energy coming in here regarding him, because what if, do you, uh, when he asked that, he goes, "What about what guys like you? Who's flirting with you?" And maybe he's like plotting to take him out. I'm just kidding. But it's like, it don't matter though. I know what I want. He was like, "What's that?" If you guys haven't talked about that yet, go, "No, I'm not interested in any of them. I enjoy hanging out with you." So I like that. So that is what is coming in for you, Maria. But I don't feel like it's jealousy. It doesn't feel like that type of energy. Right. So that is your update for this evening's as the world turns. Right. Thank you again so much for your donation. I really appreciate that. You are very welcome. All right. And then I think there's no more donations. So we're scrolling back to the up. So, Alice, you are up. So, you want to know, is that Varun's intentions, thoughts, and feelings about you here? I don't know if they know. They got the 9 of swords that's kinda blocking their way here. This is the nightmare and insomnia card. I feel like they're kind of clouded with a lot of expectations, a lot of supposed to be's and should be's and need to be's and have to be's, and I feel like they're in this kind of overload of people pleasing energy where they're just like, oh my gosh, I've got to be this, got to do this, I got to do this and this and this and this. And I feel like they're just scattered, which is what happens when we're in fear, when we're our little inner child is in control. It's all over the place. We feel confused. We feel like we don't know what's going on. I don't know what I'm feeling. I don't know what I'm thinking because we're all booted out. And like in this case, this whoops, this cat is in charge, right? Our little 2-year old and its pet hissing cat is in charge when we're in fear and we've got a lot of stuff distracting us and we can't think straight because all our mind, our inner child wants us to do is either hiss and attack or hiss and run or hiss and attack and then run. It wants safety. It's feeling out of control. And so I feel like they don't know what their intentions, their thoughts, and their feelings are right now. They're just when I go in to sense their energy, it's all over the place. It's like doing somersaults in a tornado. So right now, I'd feel like their energy right now is totally their life is in an uproar. It's being turned upside down in so many different ways. They're fearing failure in a lot of different things. So I don't feel like they have a clear understanding of what they're feeling and what they want right now. I know, I'm sorry. That's what's coming through right now, Alice. So maybe they'll calm down here in a few days. We can double check and check back in. All right. So many blessings to you. Okay, let's see. We've done that. We've done that one. And hey, Kevin Hawthorne, good to see you. Just saw that here. All right, Sophia. Oh my gosh, we're to you out of the blue, out of nowhere. So, you want to know the good things coming your way. All right, let's take a look here. What's a good thing coming your way? Wow, look at this. You got the Hermit card. Do you wanna get away from everyone? Well, the hermit card is a good awareness card. I feel like this is an invitation from spirit, the hermit card, they usually are holding a lantern and that bright light inside represents spirit, the higher realms and they want to guide you. They want to give you information. So there's this invitation to step out away from all the chaos of the world, from the future, the past, come back to this moment and sit. However you connect with spirit and how you connect with them. This is this energy coming in. Yeah, there's even like this little butterfly you see, like, oh, let's see it. See if I can get it to show up. Well, it's right here by my finger. Yeah, there it is. So there's like this um invitation for transformation and that they want to give you some guidance and clarity in your life. And it's great. It's like there's this reminder that before you come down here, you do give your spirit team like this honey-do list, right? These are the things I'd like to experience, and they're always working on that. But outside of that, they really honor our free will and our power of choice. And so they don't meddle unless we ask of our own free will. But every once in a while, kind of often in our lives, they love us so much and we can get so involved in humanity and all these adventures that we forget they're behind us and they have our back. And so they'll, you're like, oh yeah, you're there. They'll like clear their throat in a way. And how they do that, like repeating numbers, synchronicities, they'll do things to try to get our attention because they have things they want to tell us, right? And or like in this case, you ask, "Hey, can I have a message?" And they're like, "Yeah, come here. We have things to tell you. We want to interact with you. What you want to have you, you know, um, provide some guidance and some clarity on things, going on in your life and um, to again transformation." To help move your energy and your experiences from lower vibration to higher vibration. Because when you sit in the presence of spirit, you do get this unconditional eternal love energy that just that's why I love doing readings. I get flooded with this energy for, from the moment I touch my cards until even afterwards, I just feel like I'm flooded with it, and it does change things. So I feel like this is what spirit wants you to know right now. This is a good thing. They're like, we've got you. You're not in this alone. We're surrounded by multitudes of beings of unconditional love and light, your guardian angel, all these angels, spirit guides, loved ones on the other side, spirit animals, leprechauns, fairies, whatever you believe those higher vibrational beings are, surrounded and not alone. All you have to do is ask of your own free will. Just go, help. Sometimes that's the most heartfelt, amazing prayer and message to spirit is just saying SOS, help, and then they're there, and they will reveal themselves to you and show that to you too. So hopefully that helps, Sophia. That's their message they have for you right now. So thanks for being here, and thanks for your patience in getting to you. I know you waited a while. Glad I'm able to get to some free readings tonight. I didn't get to any this morning. All right. So that is what they have for you. Let's see where else we're at here. So boom, boom, boom. We answered those. We answered those. Okay, perfect. Scroll, scroll, scroll. We did that one. All right. Boom, boom, boom. All right. So Mika Khan, you are up. So is the K person Nuri talks about, is that you? All right. Let's take a look here. So is the K person who talks about, okay, is that you? All right. Let's take a look here. No, if the Ace of Pentacles coming in, I feel like that's someone else. It's because that's new, a new it represents new opportunity, new um obstacle, new object. I was trying to think of the word. They're like, hello. It's a new object in the outside world. So I feel like that who they're talking about is someone else with that card. It's because it's newness. So I don't feel like that's you. Okay. All right. So that's what they have for you there. Hey, Delcy Joy, I'm glad you enjoyed your reading yesterday. All right, actually, that's it. We've reached the end of the list today. So that's a miracle. We hardly ever do that these days. So so we've completed all readings in this session today. So unless there's anyone else, I'm going to go ahead and we'll close this session down. I will be back tomorrow. And Sundays, of course, is a special day where whatever readings I don't get to, that I'll make sure that we do get to those as well. So, yeah, thanks for all the thumbs up and for all the love and all the thirst for spirit and hearing from spirit. And just hang in there during these amazing, transformative days of humanity, knowing that every moment of every day of our lives, that we truly are eternally and unconditionally loved by the mother and the father of all things, our creator, and that great host of beings of unconditional love and light. We are so loved and we're never alone. All right, everybody. So until I see you again, much love. Hang in there. Take care of yourself. We'll see you soon.